Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mindflip with Pradnya. And now in this video, I'll be speaking very important, which is about making a to-do list. Now, whatever I'll be speaking, it will be out of my own experience with the to-do list. Just few years back, I was told that there is something called as to-do list, and if you want to do something in your life, then you should be making a to-do list. Basically, what is to-do list? To-do list is nothing but it is the things which you are going to do, maybe for the day, for a week, for a month, or maybe lifetime, like whatever things you want to achieve. And when you will be doing those things, you are just going to strike them off. So I was just introduced to this to-do list and I was very much passionate, and I had actually adopted this concept of to-do list in my early life as well. Actually, when I was preparing for the NET exam, I had adopted this concept of to-do list and I used to mark every day what things I'm going to do on that day, and then I used to strike them off, and the feeling which I used to get when I was striking them off from my list, I used to actually get the feeling of accomplishment that I have done something in a day. Now, I used to do this concept, or I used to follow this concept on and off way. If I do it for a month or maybe for some days, then maybe or 1 or 2 days I used to not follow it, or I used to skip it, making a to-do list and then ticking off the things which I've done. But then now at a later stage, now at this time, I've understood that it was really important because it gave me a satisfaction that I could do something. Otherwise, what happens is, like, many a time we do lot of things, but we never make note of it. But we never put our focus that we have done those things, and then at the end of the day, we think, have we done anything on this day? Like this, we doubt ourselves. But when you follow this to-do list, you get that feeling of accomplishment. You feel that something you have done for the day and your day has been satisfied. Otherwise, when you just go and sleep, you come to realization that you have not done so far in a day. When I was preparing for NET exam, I used to follow this every day. Like for 3 months, I did it continuously, maybe on and off some few days, but I did it continuously, and because of which I could say that I could clear my NET exam. Because I used to always write that maybe I want to complete one chapter, or study one unit of this full, or one concept of this full unit. Like this, I used to write every time, and whenever I used to see me ticking them off, I used to get a lot of satisfaction that I've done something for the day. And eventually, I forgot that concept and I just started with my work. And then I used to not follow it. But recently, I just happened to come across, means I know that these concepts are there, but I just happened to do it again. And then my realization on this concept was that why did I stop it back then? If I would have continued it back then I would have been at a different level right now. That is what I have understood so far about this to-do list. We take it so lightly, and I know most of you must have heard about this to-do list, but I don't know whether you follow it and you continued it for some time and then you stopped doing those things, and then later on you realize that you have not done anything so far. So I used to do it in a three phases, like uh, the things which I'll be completing today, or that is today my to-do list. Then things which I should be completing for a week. That week things also I used to write, and then things which I should be completing in that month. Okay, like this I used to make like the in three phase. Like in this three phases I used to complete it. But now recently what I've understood from this is it's very important to follow these things. I took it so lightly back then that I did not continue it. So I'm telling myself, if I would have continued it, I would have been at a different pace right now, maybe at a different level of my life, but it's okay. That is something I realize now. And I don't want same thing to happen in your life as well. Like realizing these things at a very later point that then you are not able to do anything about it. So right now, what I've realized it's very important and everyone should be following this to-do list. And my personal experience about this, whenever I follow this to-do list, I get the things done. Otherwise, whenever, maybe mostly on Sundays, I try to not have those things, and my days goes like that I don't even understand and don't even realize that whether I've done something for the day or not. And most of the time I don't do the things, but because I maintain a to do list, for at least 5 minutes, I will do those things and I'll make it consistent. So, this is what I wanted to tell, and this is what is very important. We take the things very lightly, though we know about those things, right? We know about this to do list or making notes of what you're going to do for a day, but we never follow these things. So, here I'm telling you and emphasizing you that you should be following this. Make a habit from now onwards that I will be making a to do list, and I'll make sure that at least for 5 days in a week I'll follow this to-do list, and then maybe later on you'll actually realize the importance of it, and you yourself will understand what happens when you have the to-do list and what happens the day when you do not have the to-do list. You yourself will realize it, like how I've realized it for myself, that whenever I don't have to-do list, what I feel is that I don't achieve anything. I don't do anything actually on the things which I'm supposed to do. So that is what I wanted to tell, and that is what I wanted to tell in this video. I know now I will be making this videos very small because it's better to have consistency than not uploading anytime, right? Taking months to upload a one video, so I'll make sure that I make small videos, but I become little consistent in this way also, because these things are also there in my to-do list. This is real thing, right? We see some people like very successful in their life, and we only think, okay, every day they're successful. No, doesn't happen like that, right? We have a upward downward trend. So if we go up, it's not like it's a straight up, it's for some time it will come down or it will be stable, right? So that is how our life also works. It's not key every time if person is so successful that they will never come back to that maybe previous level. They are, so they are supposed to get it, supposed to come there, because that's how they will bounce back. So whenever I may be stopping those videos, that is only because I want to take a pause and I just reflect on what things are happening in my life, and maybe this is the time for me to just grow, just to make myself little bit better than the previous self I was. So that's why I take some time to reflect on, to make sure that I do not make the same mistakes again, and just be consistent and disciplined. That is what I wish for myself and also for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Till the time, Hare Krishna.